Can I have that?
Yeah, where are you?
I'm up in the balcony.
Oh, no, I'm terribly sorry. I will lift up mine eyes.
In all your researches, did you actually come across any conspiracy theory that you thought might be true, or at least deserves taking seriously?
Now, what I should have done was write down a piece of paper before I came in, which I'd have held up, which would have said, are there any conspiracy theories you found in the course of your searches to be true? Because somebody always asks this question, and I think I know why, because I sense a kind of degree of hope. I have to tell you that my publishers, when I first wanted to make this book, I went around several publishers, and a couple were very keen, said, look, can't you write a book that says the conspiracy theories are true? We can definitely sell those. And this is going to be more difficult. I'm afraid to say, actually, that everything went in the other direction, really. I mean, I'll give you a couple of brief examples. Gulf of Tonkin, 1964. I was always told and believed, and incidentally, I also believed for a long time in the JFK conspiracy theory, because just about everybody around me did. But Gulf of Tonkin, the Americans pretend to have been fired on by North Vietnamese vessels in order to give them a pretext for going to Congress and getting a resolution that allows them to bomb North Vietnam. Well, it's pretty clear if you look at McNamara's memoirs and so on afterwards, that they wrongly, but nevertheless truthfully believed they had been fired on. In other words, what we have is a slight kind of WMD type situation. They had been fired on, as it happens, a few days earlier, and the first report was they'd been fired on again, and they hadn't. So it wasn't, in that sense, that kind of conspiracy. But the one which was, in a way, most disappointing for me was I was always told that Hitler set fire to the Reichstag in 1933. He's just come to power, hasn't really consolidated everything yet. He's still actually, chancellor in this coalition, and so on. He's not Führer yet. And Reichstag set on fire. He uses the occasion as an excuse to bring in all kinds of laws that outlaw the opposition, close down the trade unions, the communists, the socialists, and so on. I'm pretty sure now, after reading a couple of books on the subject, looking at very good books too, that actually the guy who was caught on the scene setting fire to the Reichstag, Marinus van der Lubbe, actually did it on his own, as he always insisted, right the way through the trial, that Nazis tried to blame the communists. The communists, much more successfully in the long term, blamed Hitler, and old Marinus van der Lubbe went to the guillotine saying, no, I did it. So my apologetic answer is, no, sorry, and if I could have found one, I would have done.